In 2003, while visiting northeastern India, Prem Rawat was moved by the cheerful but malnourished children that he encountered in Bantoli, on the outskirts of Ranchi. This sparked his vision for the Food for People program, a lasting and innovative form of food aid.
Prem Rawat used to tell me that the most important thing a person has to have is food. They must have food to be able to grow, to be able to participate in school, to participate with life, to participate as a human being.
The Prem Rawat Foundation, in partnership with local Prem Sagar Foundation, opened the first Food for People facility in 2006. Staffed by locals who grow most of the food, prepare it and serve it, the idea has become a model program, bringing food security to the area for the first time. But Food for People is more than that. It sets a standard and raises the bar.
यहाँ पर ज़रूरतमंद बच्चों को प्रतिदिन सुबह में खाना दिया जाता है जो स्वास्थ्यवर्धक हो और रुचिकर हो यहाँ के लोगों के बच्चों के लिए.
One of the key features of the program's success is its focus on regional cuisine. Food for People provides culturally appropriate food with high standards for cleanliness and hygiene.
I'm standing here in an incredibly clean kitchen. This is the kitchen where the food is prepared for the Food for People. In fact, they're shutting down, cleaning everything up. And one of the unique things that does exist for this food is that it's amazingly clean.
क्वालिटी से खाना बनता है, ढंग से खाना बनता है, सर सफाई यहाँ का अलग रूप से रहता है.
I'm in the food prep area, and people who are going to be preparing the food, they would walk in over here, wash their hands, make sure they're clean, and then they would go over and they would have the onions or potatoes or whatever is being cooked that day. And we made this in this specific way so that they could be comfortable. They could sit down on the floor or whatever and chop the onions and potatoes, whatever they need to do.
तो भरपूर सब्जी उब्जी भी मिल जाता है और कभी कद्दू तो कभी गोभी तो कभी फूल गोभी तो मूली, इस तरह तरह के सब्जी यहाँ उग जाते हैं और वही बनाते हैं अपना खेत का सब्जी और ढंग से खिलाते हैं तो बच्चा भी खा के खुश रहते हैं.
Here we have a big walk-in freezer so that all the vegetables and stuff like that that we grow here do not perish. 75% of the vegetables that are used in this facility are actually grown here locally, just outside, and 25% is purchased from the nearby little village. But the quality of the food, even though it's a little bit more expensive growing it here, is actually significantly better. And so that those vegetables, you know, they're prepared and they come up when the season comes. So we can keep them in this nice freezer, and then whenever we're ready to serve, we can do that.
अब खरीद के लाया जाता है बाजार तो कितने दिन का तोड़ा हुआ रहता है, कुछ रहता है, और यहाँ जो खेत से निकालिए सीधे आके कटीन में कटेगा और सोचिए कि बनता है तो सब्जी का बहुत ही अंतर बदल में हो जाता है.
And here we have some of the famous Indian onions that, of course, flavor a lot of stuff. Down here we have potatoes, really nice and small, full of flavor, really full of flavor. So this is where some of the miscellaneous stuff that is used in Indian cooking every single day is stored. We're in the dry goods storage room. A lot of things are stored here, corn, wheat, and this and that. But one of the things that is stored here is the rice. Now, that's a big staple in India, especially in this part of the world. And this rice in here is very different. It's very, very strong flavored, and it has this, if you can see it, this kind of yellowish color to it. And there's a reason for that, because what they do is to get the most out of the rice. When they harvest the rice, they still leave it in the husk, and they boil it, they dry it, and they store it. And then when they're ready to cook, they just take out the husk, which comes off relatively easily, and then they go ahead and boil the rice. And this gives it the flavor from the husk, basically.
पसंद से खाते हैं। यहाँ के बच्चे चावल ही पसंद करते हैं, इसलिए अच्छा खाते हैं।
Daily provisions in the form of nutritious meals as well as access to hygiene education has had a positive impact on the physical, social and economic landscape of Bantoli.
बहुत बदलाव आए यहाँ पर, तो घास तक नहीं उगता था, ना कोई खेती होता था, लेकिन अब इसी जगह देख लीजिए पेड़ पौधा नज़र के सामने 5-6 साल में इतना बड़ा बड़ा हो गया, फल देने लगा, उसका आनंद हम लोग लेने लगे, खाने लगे हैं।
Amongst the villagers, there is less malnutrition and illness. Children stay in school longer and some even pursue higher education.
जिस समय मतलब गांव में ये पीएफ का कार्यक्रम नहीं चल रहा था, उस समय मतलब वैसा कुछ बदलाव नहीं था इस गांव में। लोग बैल चराने जाते थे, पढ़ाई के लिए बहुत कम जाते थे, जाते भी थे तो 8 क्लास तक, उसके बाद छोड़ देते थे। तो बदलाव कुछ नहीं था उस समय का ज़िंदगी, मतलब जो गांव का गंवार ज़िंदगी होता है बस उसी तरह था। तो अब चेंज होने लगा है, मतलब सभी बच्चे लोग चाहते हैं कि अब हम कॉलेज जाएं, पढ़ें और कुछ करें, नौकरी भी करें या कुछ भी करें, मतलब पढ़ाई अपना जारी रहे, ऐसा सोचते हैं। और मतलब पढ़ेंगे तभी तो आगे बढ़ेंगे, तो इसलिए ये सोच रखे हैं बच्चा लोग।
I have been a chef since 1962. I really realized the power of food. I had never realized that food had power. I always knew that food satisfied hunger, and that if it was done well, then people loved it and they would appreciate it. But the power in food to change lives, I had never realized that. And that was, after that time, then I realized what Prem Rawat was trying to do, what was behind the reason for those facilities.